Hey guys, Tim Coach with Adonis Detail again. Today we're talking about ceramic coatings. Now this is a very touchy subject for some. There's a lot of information out there, albeit positive or negative, regarding ceramic coatings, nano coatings, their benefits, their restrictions, and also the performance they could offer. So over the last few years, we've had the opportunity to work with many different brands of ceramic coatings, as well as work with a broad range of clients and vehicles with ceramic coating and nano coating packages. So we've seen some of the benefits and the performance and real life situations these products offer. Today I wanted to go over some of the misconceptions and misinformation out there regarding these coatings and what benefits they really do offer for you. There's a lot of different brands that are on the market and a lot of different solutions that claim various things in terms of durability and in terms of performance you actually will see as the client. So starting out, ceramic coatings are not a new thing. They've been around the market for a very long time. The United States is actually one of the newer markets for these products, whereas Europe and Asia have seen ceramic coatings, glass coatings for well over a decade. That's actually where a lot of the big brands are produced, or in Japan and Korea, and also Europe now. So the United States has seen ceramic coatings on the market since about early 2009, 2010, so about the last 6-7 years. But most importantly, the last couple of years, we've really seen the market explode with many different brands and many different solutions out there. So first I want to talk about some facts versus fictions regarding ceramic coatings. These are also called nano coatings, glass coatings. A lot of them are based or are grouped in the same names. They all do a very similar thing in terms of protecting the paint with a hard surface layer to kind of shield the clear coat from defects and from the environment and from different types of things you can come in contact with. So the first point I want to talk on here is the maintenance. There's a lot of misunderstandings regarding the actual maintenance with ceramic coatings and with nano coatings. Once they're installed, I've heard people say that there's no need to wash the car, no need to wax the car, no need to do maintenance. So some people think once the coating's on the vehicle, there's no need to actually have to care for it. This is completely untrue. This is completely fiction. The fact of the matter is, once the coating is installed, yes, your maintenance regimen from normal waxing, normal polishing is reduced. The coatings could replace the need to have to wax the car for whatever extended period the coating is warranted or claimed to be durable against. But that does not mean that normal and consistent maintenance is not required. If you take a car through automatic car washes with brushes, the coating is going to get scratched. The coating is going to take that wear and tear. The goal of the coating is that the coating is going to be that sacrificial layer so that any damage that does happen is in the coating itself and not the paint. But that does not mean it does not need consistent and regular maintenance in terms of maintenance washes, proper car care, maintenance products of the coating itself too. So for someone to say that there's no need to have to take care of the car once the coating's on there, that is kind of a set it and forget it solution, the reality is they're probably going to be disappointed in the product. The next thing I want to talk about is just simple expectations of the product itself. There's a lot of claims out there regarding the hardness and durability of the coating in terms of making it seem like it's a bulletproof solution. It's simply not the case. Ceramic coatings, nano coatings are a very durable product. They do form a hard layer on top of the clear coat, but there's only so much that they can do. If you expect to have your car coated and not see any scratches ever again, not see any etch marks from fallout, from bird droppings, from water spotting, you're going to be very disappointed in the product. The goal of the coating is to be that sacrificial layer and be that harder resistance from those contaminants and from those defects than the paint surface, than a wax or sealant could be. In addition to that, the durability of that coating in years versus weeks or months with waxes or sealants means that you're going to have a surface protection for a lot longer than you would with typical type of protection, typical wax or sealant, which means lesser applications, which means less time and less money spent doing consistent detailing. But once again, it does not mean that it does not need consistent maintenance in terms of washing the car, removing contaminants, things like that. Scratch resistance. Now, this is a big thing with coatings that is not discussed and not disclosed enough with installers. There are some products out there that claim scratch resistance, that claim 9H, 7H, whatever hardness. The big thing with coatings, no matter what brand it is that if the car can get scratched before the coating goes on, it will scratch after the coating goes on. The coating is not in place of proper maintenance. The coating's job is to help provide and help reduce the amount of maintenance that's needed for the vehicle, as well as form a more durable protection for that surface. The goal of the coating is not to prevent scratches. Your maintenance should prevent the scratching from happening. And if scratches do happen, regardless of if they're from the wash process or from just daily wear and tear, the scratch should be within that coating unless it's really a severe, deep impact that's going to go through the paint anyways. No coating on the market is going to prevent scratching from just normal maintenance, from normal wear and tear that's improperly done. Wash swirls, automatic car wash swirls, towels that are used improperly, that are dropped on the ground, dragged on the paint, improper maintenance will lead to scratching of any type of coating. Now, there are some that are better than others, but like I said, if the car is going to be scratched before the coating goes on and the proper education and proper products are not put in place for the maintenance regimen, there are going to be scratches that happen. That is the way it's going to be. So the goal with the coating is to get it installed and properly maintain it so that this does not happen. Now, durability. There's many different products on the market that claim XYZ durability-wise. Out of the many different brands, the most realistic option is based on the use and the care of the vehicle itself. So if a coating says it has a lifetime warranty, I always recommend to look into that lifetime warranty and see actually what it does cover. Because coatings are so broad-facing, there's so many uses of the vehicles, so many ways that they're maintained, and so many different climates they're used in, the durability really varies based on individual basis. Most coating durability is underestimated. So coatings that we offer, for example, we have a 2-year, a 3 or a 5-year durability estimation. That means that the coating in the worst case scenario should last that long. If it's never washed after we treat the vehicle, if it's gone through automatic car washes, if it's really abused and neglected, the coatings have a hard time to really give you the performance even at those estimated marks. So once again, it does go back to maintenance of the product and how it's cared for and how the car is used. So you can't expect to have a lifetime durability if the car is neglected, never cared for, never washed. Those durability claims are mostly marketing for the product itself rather than real world testing. So it's kind of a case-by-case scenario with the durability. Now the warranties. This also touches on what I just talked about with the durability expectations. Because there are so many variables when it comes to paint coatings and ceramic coatings, a warranty that says this could happen and this is what's covered is really difficult to say. There are some products that do offer lifetime or offer X amount of year warranties for the vehicles and for their protection. But I do recommend any consumer looking at those products to read through the warranty before making a decision to see really what is covered. Oftentimes in those warranties, there's a ton of fine print that really kind of goes against what is covered in the actual product. So the warranty for the most part of these brands, of these products, are more fluff and marketing than really valuable. There are some coatings out there that do have warranties that do cover the durability or failures of the product. Now that's a little bit different than the actual warranty and performance you see, because a product failure should be covered regardless. I'm more talking about the actual performance you see in real life, day-to-day driving. Now, the coatings we offer do not have any specific warranties for that very reason, that there's too many variables to say what the wash process is going to be like, what the use of the vehicle is going to be like, what the climate the vehicle is going to live in is going to be like. Now, coatings, their goal, like I said, is to be that sacrificial layer, and you will see those benefits as long as your expectations are realistic and your maintenance program is done properly. Now, water beading. Now, this is a big benefit of the coatings, is that the surface is going to be a very hydrophobic surface, so that dirt and water repels off the surface. Now, the water beading you'll see with the coating depends on the brand, depends on the product, but in general, you're going to see very hydrophobic repellency of water, which leads to an easier wash process and leads to easier maintenance for you. The water beading characteristics is often the main focus for a lot of coatings in their marketing. Now, you can get very high quality water beading with a wax product or a sealant product. Now the benefit of a coating is going to be in the durability of this water beading that you're going to see. Now the water beading of the product over a long period of time can diminish because of contaminants, because of the environment, because of the maintenance that's done. So just because a product says it has a 5-year durability does not mean that the water beading and repellency you see a month or 2 months after it's installed is going to be the same in 5 years. But as long as the product is properly maintained and the installer takes you through the process of what to expect with that, and they educate you on what products to use, what not to use, you can expect the water beading of the product to be substantial, to be years and not weeks or months like a typical wax or sealant. But oftentimes this is the most marketed and highest product benefit that is discussed, is a water beading, which is definitely beneficial to the maintenance of the car, but not the holy grail in terms of what the coatings are going to do. The main benefit of the coatings, once again, is going to be protection and be that sacrificial layer between the elements and the clear coat. Now the price. So nowadays you can get a car coated with a ceramic coating or nano coating for a few $100s. You can buy ceramic coatings online on Amazon and install it yourself, and you'll find packages and coatings that are well over $2,000 to $3,000 to coat your car. Now the difference you're going to see between the lower end options and the higher end options once again comes down to the product used and the person installing it. Just like paint protection film, you can have the same material, the same product or same coating installed by one shop and the same coating installed by another shop, and the outcome be completely different. Once again, I do recommend to look for the installer rather than the brand of product. See some work in person, go over and communicate with the installer about your needs, about your desires, and let them tell you what the expectations are. Let them tell you what that you can expect in terms of maintenance, in terms of scratch resistance, durabilities, if they have any warranties. If an installer is telling you things that seem or sound too good to be true, oftentimes they are, and they will be what's underneath the fiction category. The facts are, coatings are great, but they're not perfect, they're not going to be bulletproof. So if you find an installer that really goes over, takes the time to go over the options with you and what to really expect, chances are that installer is going to be giving you a product and a service that could be well above your expectations, as long as that is discussed first. Now the brand. So there's many different brands out there, many different coating products that are on the market now. Like I said, brand is not as important as the person installing the coating. So I see a lot of people out there regarding certain brands of products and coatings, and they are recommending without seeing the actual work or without seeing the installer in person. Now there are brands out there that offer very high quality, that do a very good graining process prior to letting their installers on. But once again, it is important to know and to speak with the shop and see the work in person before picking a brand of product. So hardness. This kind of goes in with scratch resistance and what to expect. But there are coatings that claim 9H, 7H hardness, and that is often determined by independent testing with a lead pencil, with a clay pencil, that basically says that once the coating is applied to a metal surface, the coating is not scratched beyond 7H or 9H. The problem with that is that because the coatings are very thin, they're not going to be the same thickness as paint protection film, the same thickness as a clear coat or a paint surface itself, is that the testing can be a little skewed. So the hardness of the coating obviously is important in terms of the durability and the performance you see regarding protection. But once again, it is not the end-all be-all like water beading characteristics of the product that you choose. The most important thing is understanding the expectations of the product as well as the benefits in real-life situations. Self-healing. So there are some coatings on the market that do claim self-healing abilities. Now, it's important to remember what we talked about in regards to scratch resistance. So self-healing is there as a worst-case scenario, that something happens, someone walks against your car, it gets washed at the wrong place. The goal is that the self-healing properties are going to self-heal or realign those imperfections. But I see far too many people expecting the self-healing properties without implementing the right maintenance as kind of a crutch, that they don't have to worry about instilling scratches or swirl marks into their paint surface or into their coating, and they can kind of rely on the self-healing properties of that product so they don't have to go through a proper maintenance regimen. I can tell you, in terms of self-healing properties, they will not last forever. And in terms of hand-applied coatings, sprayed-applied coatings, the self-healing properties will be very minimal regarding to their performance compared to paint protection films. Just the nature of coating installation and the nature of hand-applied coatings does not build up a thick enough layer to really benefit from long-term and reliable self-healing properties. If you get a scratch, for example, that is any terms of thickness below the self-healing layer, this product will no longer do its job. So if you have a 10 micron self-healing coating and the scratch is 11 microns, which is about the thickness of a human hair, even thinner than that, your self-healing coating will no longer work. It'll be going through that self-healing coating. So once again, there are some key terms and there are some marketing phrases out there that are fun, that are exciting to see, that there's less chance of your car showing scratches and swirl marks over time, but that does not mean that you can neglect the proper maintenance regimen. So just a little bit overview of what ceramic coatings and nano coatings are, a little bit about fact and fiction, what to expect and what is claimed. Like I said, oftentimes what is claimed and what the reality is do not align, but it's important to find a shop that will take the time to educate you on what you really should expect out of the product versus trying to sell you on what the claims are. There's a big difference between these two, and if you're sold on what the claims are, oftentimes you'll be disappointed in the product itself. And that's not because the coating is not beneficial, that there's not value in ceramic coatings and nano coatings. It's just because the expectations outweighed what the product actually will benefit or provide you. So are coatings worth the money? If you're an avid car detailer and you love spending every weekend or every couple weekends waxing your car, polishing your car, most likely ceramic coatings are not going to be the best fit for you. But with their busy schedules nowadays, ceramic coatings, nano coatings provide a valuable experience in terms of protecting the paint, as well as minimizing the amount of time spent maintaining your vehicle. So for someone that's looking for protection for their vehicle, that's above and beyond normal waxes or sealants, and also looking to reduce their maintenance of the vehicle and prolong the appearance of the vehicle, they're going to definitely be worth it. In general, ceramic coatings are a great benefit for almost any type of vehicle that's out there. So once again, I appreciate you taking the time to look through this with me. I appreciate the time watching my videos. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to reach out and comment below. Thanks again for watching. Have a good day.